Honourable Member Crowfoot.
Ask this member a question, and I was astounded, quite frankly, when I saw in the Ways and Means motion that the Deputy Prime Minister, Finance Minister will be putting it forward has an increase to the debt borrowing limit of this country of $295 billion. I am, that's astounding, and certainly is, I'm troubled with the massive increases in spending that this budget sees, but the fact that there is an increase of $295 billion, can that member try to explain to this House and Canadians why in the world do they need a $295 billion increase to Canada's borrowing?
The Honourable Member for Davenport.
So much, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the Honourable Member for his question. Here's what I would say. I think that sometimes we have to remind ourselves, even though we want to forget it, is we have come out, and it's not just Canada, but the world has come out of a massive pandemic. And I think all of our economies has been struggling to recuperate. Very blessedly here in Canada, we've been very lucky that we have been able to bring back over 100% of all the jobs that have been lost, and that we continue to have strong fundamentals in terms of our finances. Our growth right now is predicted to be the highest this year and next, according to the Bank of Canada, the IMF. We continue to have a AAA credit rating. Only 11 countries in the world have that, Mr. Speaker. We have the lowest debt to GDP ratio in the G7, and it continues on a downward track. And our Canada's balance sheet remains the best of the G7s. So I would say to you, Mr. Speaker, we have a good track record, we have a good balance sheet, and we have a lot to look forward to in terms of prosperity moving forward. Thank you.
Questions and comments? The Honourable Member for Hamilton Centre.
Very much, Mr. Speaker. And if I heard correctly, I believe the Honourable Member for Davenport said that it was great news. It was great news that the disability tax credit finally came in after years and years and years without delay, leaving people with disabilities on the lurch, only to find in this budget this lunch bag letdown. $200 a month, $2,400 a year, $6.66 a day. Is it this honourable member's testimony here today in this debate that in a program that currently only has 40% of disabled Canadians enrolled in this, that this should be great news for the people of Davenport, for the people in Hamilton Centre, and indeed Canadians that have been legislated to poverty living with disabilities from coast to coast to coast? Is this her contention here today, Mr. Speaker?
Honourable Member for Davenport.
I want to say thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the Honourable Member for his excellent question. Look, if the member is asking whether I would have wanted to have been fully funded to what the Canadian disability sector had asked for, I would say a resounding yes. But what I was proud of is that this is one of the largest line items in our entire budget.